Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. How you doing? It is going to be a Wednesday chill stream. Not going to do too much. I'm going to do some Zelda 2. I've been sick a lot, so I'm going to probably put my speaker words. Words are difficult right now. My microphone on mute unless I have something to talk about or interacting with chat, because I'm going to probably be coughing a lot, and I doubt anyone wants to hear that. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to be playing some Zelda 2. Get into the actual thing. I'm going to play it normally. No speed runs, no glitches, no... The only glitch I'm going to do is the Iron Knuckle thing. That's about it. Because it makes the game so much easier. It's pretty much what it is. So, other than that, I'm just going to run through the game. Developer intended, no glitches, no anything. Just a casual go through the game. And that's pretty much it. So, also, point out if there's any questions or anything about this game. Try to answer the best of my ability. I'm quite knowledgeable about it. But until then, we have a bit of story, which is, after Ganon is destroyed and been told Link that a sleeping spell was cast on Princess Zelda in the only wake of the power of the third Triforce sealed in a palace of Hyrule to break the crystal seal. The crystals must be placed in the statues in 6 well-guarded palaces. Link set out his most adventuresome quest yet. That is a word. Yes, that is a word. Anyway, the story behind this is that this takes place X amount of time after the first one. The Zelda that's mentioned isn't actually the Zelda in the first one. It's a different Zelda. And she has to be woken by Link basically finding the Triforce of Courage. So this is all about his journey, so forth. And that's it. So yeah, I'm going to be putting myself on mute, just play some games and interact, or if I have anything to say about this game, I'll do it. So, let's get started. So, I'm going to actually say a little bit about this right from the beginning. Now, I did a beginner's guide of this game years and years ago, and it still holds viable to this day. But the big thing I'm going to mainly point out is like what is on the screen. So, on the top, we're going to go through the top left. The top left to the top right. So, at the beginning, we have a sword with 1, that's your attack power. So, that increases, you can kill things more efficiently. Beside that is your magic plus 1, and then your 4 magic squares underneath. That is your magic. Press start, or plus, or whatever you want to call it. You bring up your menu of spells that you're going to have, but unfortunately at the beginning of the game you have nothing. But I'll get into that probably a little bit more when we actually get to magic, because it'll be better to explain it. So after that we have life 1, and then your life 4 squares underneath. Think of the squares as kind of like containers, hearts, whatever, from the first one, so forth. And they are, each square is built up of 16 points, or 16 units, or whatever you want to call it. So it's not going to go like, oh, a quarter, and then a half, and so forth. It's actually built up of 16. There's an advanced math in this game. This is, again, like an RPG. So, very much like it. And then after that, we have the next, and we have 4 zeros, and then we have 0050. What does that mean? So, the first number on the left is actually your current experience points, and the one on the right is your one that you need to get to the next level. So, again, very RPG based. So, that's pretty much it. You got your basic attack, which is B, or the equivalent on the thing, and I got drop frames. Why do I have drop frames here? Interesting. Okay, so I got a bunch of drop frames there for some reason. I have no idea why. Curious. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. If there's more on there... But apparently it's okay now. Alright, anyway, we're going to go on. We got our basic B attack, which is the B, or whatever equivalent is on there. We got A to jump, because we can jump in this. Go back and forth, we can crouch, and we can just go up there. Let's get into a battle, and I'll teach a little bit more mechanics of what's going on. So is everything okay here, or not here? Looks to be fine. So I don't know what's going on here. YouTube's telling me that it's not there. Anyway, let's get into battle. We got our overworld. We got our main path. We got tiles, different tiles. So this is, like I said, essentially an RPG. You go into the battle, you get bad guys, and you go into like a battle screen. Now we can go with these bits and bots. They're actually called bits and bots. The blue ones are called bits, and the other, I think the brown ones are called bots, or the red ones. And you got a high attack and a low attack. And also, to do that, is that your shield is up and also down. So, your shield is up, you will be protected on the top and not the bottom. And vice versa. If you're kneeling, you will be defended against the bottom and not the top, so your head is exposed. So if you can't hit an enemy, go down, hit like this. That's a magic... It is a magic jar, which I'll get into a little bit later. So, if you're on the path, you won't run into enemies, but if you run into anything else other than the path, you will run into enemies. And that's pretty much it. You can grind for levels, or you can just continue through the game, because that's pretty much what you can do. It's not that... I'm sorry, YouTube. Am I not streaming at a good rate for you, apparently? Oh my goodness. That's too low, really. I think it looks absolutely fine to me. Anyway, let's head over to this town here. Because, well, where do you go? There's a town, usually, over here. So let's go into it. Got ourselves a town. Got welcome to Arararu, which is the Light Sage in Ocarina of Time. A lot of that is going to be a naming theme of a lot of the towns in this is that they are going to be named after the sages. Or something like that. Town folks do have things to say. Most of them do. We got to return the crystals, the palace in Parapa. The ones that usually are standing still or unique type things will say something useful, while the other ones will not. We go into buildings, talk to this guy. If all else fair, use fire, which will actually come in handy later, a lot later. Not now, but a little bit later. But going on, you'll see people running back and forth on top of, in front of houses. Some are here, like this lady in the red dress. She will go inside, you can go inside, and she will restore your life. So, that's your healing in this game, because you don't essentially go with any of the hearts, drops, and so forth of previous games. Only hammer can destroy a roadblock. That indicates a roadblock just outside town, to the south. And a lady just came out, so let's talk to her. She is very important. Talk with my father before you leave town. Okay, so she will go inside. We shall make haste also inside. And we got the inside interior of the house, which we go right by her for a moment. Go down to the basement, because, you know, men like their men caves. And then we got in Parapa Desert, uses magic to survive. Is there, and we got ourselves the first spell of the game, which is Shield, which is your shield spell. Shield. So if we use it, we have to equip it in the actual menu. Again, start button to bring up the menu. If the little magic pouch icon isn't next to it, then it's not selected. Press up or down to go with that. And then once you get out of here, you press select or the equivalent to select, which I believe is what, minus on any other controller. And then you do that, like will turn red or brown type of thing. And we have used the spell of Shield, and that will give us haver damage for the screen that we're in. So this entire screen that I'm in currently right now, I am shielded from attack, and I'll take 50% less damage. But if I go outside the thing, I will return to normal, and, well, that means I'm back to normal. Alright, let us go to talk to her. Each town has a wise man to learn from him, so key point, every town has a spell you can learn. Just remember that. So the big thing that I also want to point out is when you bring up here, you will see Shield on the left and then a number to the right. So what is that number? As I would mainly said with the life before, is that each square in your magic and life is made up of 16 points or something. Like, I don't know what the hell, I don't even know what to call them other than basically units, points, or so forth. So one of those squares is 16. So Shield is 32, so that means that it used 2 squares. And that's pretty much what it is. And to restore magic in this game, you have to collect magic jars by defeating enemies, and you got a blue jar, which restores 1 square, or a red magic jar, which restores all of you. Life is only restored through towns or through spells. That's pretty much it. So there's no actual hearts to restore life in this game. That's why it's kind of difficult. So, again, talk to NPCs to kind of get the feel of the game, so forth. Use the candle in Palace, go west. So, fortunately, this is bad advice, because if you go west, you don't go to the palace, it's actually to the east. So I don't know if that's a translation or anything, because if you go west, you go nowhere. If you go right, or if you go east, then you will go the right way. To the point anyway. So, if we do go to the east, we will go to there. Let's go to the west for a moment, because I want to hit this tree here, because there are certain blocks on the actual map that indicate that, we'll actually go to predetermined battles. And this is one of them. So let's go here. We'll go here with these bats. Okay, so here is a blue magic jar, and look at my magic. I have 2 magic units, I guess, and then 2 empty units. And if I take this, it'll restore 1 of them. So that's what blue magic jars do. And here, most of the time, these predetermined places have some sort of treasure in them, either tea bags or heart containers or magic containers and so forth. P bags are points bags, and they are usually worth 50, 100, or 200, or 500, depending on where you are in the game. So if this is worth 50, and that brings us our points over to over 50. That's our level up cap right now to it. And now we have our level up screen, which indicates at level 50 our life will go up. Or if we don't choose to, we can go to cancel, and the next time we do is 100, and we can either choose magic or life. Or if we just keep on canceling until we get to 200, we have to either choose attack, magic, or life. But it is very good to just go and level, especially if you're playing it the first time. Just go, if you get a level up, just take it. And so I will take up a life, which will have two consequences. One, if I was injured, it would restore my life to full. And then two, life isn't really going to increase our life gauge. Life is more like defense in this, so I will take less damage per hit. That's pretty much what it is. And we can go over here to another town, but we're not going to go really there because we're going to go there later on. So we're just going to go back over to the this way, east, to this cave. And caves are dark because we don't have any light right now. This is the easiest one because it's mandatory, you gotta go through it. And the major thing is that you gotta watch the floor. As you can see, kind of on the floor right below me, you'll see something kind of moving. So that means that there's something there. So just keep on hitting it until it's dead, and then that's it. But don't go in dark caves, especially if you're playing this for the first time, because it's not great. Now, we got the palace up there, but let's go down here first for the... here. So there's a predetermined place right here, and we have bubbles with kind of a platforming place. And yes, Link is very allergic to water in this, so do not go into areas with water, because, well, water really does not go well with him. Alright, so this area, this forest area, is very different from the other one, because it's a little more difficult. Don't freak out with the enemies. Definitely don't freak out. But the enemies are going to be a little bit more powerful. We go in here. That is a heart container. We're going to deal with this Pariah first. Done. And then we'll grab heart container, which increases our actual life gauge from 4 to 5. And that's what increases our life in this one. Alright. And I killed the Pariah because if I picked up the heart and the Pariah was still there, he could actually do some cheap shots and throw boomerangs at me while I was in the animation of it holding up the heart container. Just a little there. Alright, so we're heading to the palace. Again, take your time. That's key in this, is to take your time, because one, the game is very challenging. It has that some of that old school jank to it, definitely. And definitely gonna keep on going. Actually, give me 1 second here. I think I might have the wrong... yeah, I have the wrong thing here. Can I just change this to... Hang on. Let's go here, and let's go up here. There we go. Let's do that. And let's just go here, because I think I have the wrong actual... Yeah, I have the wrong thing, so let's just put that there. There. Put this... Okay, I didn't do any of this. I see. Okay, give me a few seconds here. I'll be back in just a few. Alright, that should be better. Alright. So the desert is a little brutal. In both encounters, the strong and the weak encounters, you run into these rocks that are just flying off. You can block them with your shield, so do so. And then we run into these giant worms, which you need to hit for them, their heads to come down, and you gotta swat them in the heads for a little bit. We also have blue blobs, or bots, and watch out for those because they are the most dangerous enemy in the game. And here we are in the first palace, temple, so forth, whatever you want to call it. You have an elevator going up and down, so you can actually go up and down. I want to go to the left first before the right, because if you go to the right first, there's a locked door, and we need a key. And the key is to the right. Or the left. It's left, yes, left first. Couple bots there to take care of. We have Stelphos. Stelphos will hit you with its sword, but only at the upper position, so we gotta hit him in the... because if we hit him in the lower, we can just keep on going here. So you gotta hit him in the legs, and bingo. That's it. That brings us to 100 experience points, so our magic will go up if to choose so, and yes, we will choose to do so. Bingo. But first, I want to point out that our magic spell was 32 to cast, so that's 2 units of magic right now. So if we actually level up our magic, it went down to 24. So leveling up magic 1 fills up your magic meter if you used it, and 2 lowers the costing potential or potency of using magic. So this one will, instead of using 2 units or 2 squares, this will use a square and a half now, because it's down to 24. I will not use it now, but I will use it later. We have a key, and we get the key by hitting it with our sword, because, you know, that's what we do. I want to pick up something. I use my sword always. That's the thing. Now, there is a technique I usually use in this a lot, and this is... let's go up here first. Now, you have the jump stab, which is basically this, and then there's also like crouch stab and a regular stab. But you can go as a jump crouch stab, which allows you to jump but hit as if you were crouching, not as though you're here. I don't know how to do that as there. And a lot of times I do a jumping crouch stab, because it hits lower than if I was just regular jumping. And I hit things a lot more efficiently like that as I do that. There's a key door. Use the key automatically. Do be careful, because it does lock you into animation of opening the door. Also make sure enemies are not around, because they'll hit you. And again, Stelphos, hit them in the legs. Make sure they don't hit you in the face as you're hitting them in the legs, because you're vulnerable. Because one, you can literally have their sword going through your shield, but it doesn't actually affect it. And then you just hit them in the legs. Boom. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Those are bubbles. We'll deal with those later. And the sword beams, I hate to say, don't really affect a lot in this game, so I don't really count on them. The fairy over this way, I'm at full life, I don't need it, so we can go down or we can go up. And I totally ignored there's an elevator back there, which I ignored for reasons. Because if we go down, we run into a locked door, and we need keys. So we can go down, this is to the boss, we have to go up for some more keys, so let's go get some keys first. Now these enemies here that don't give any experience, they actually don't give any experience, and if they hit you, they will actually take 10 experience away from you, so it's best to hit them or jump over them, or so forth. And then boom. There's a key here, and for the longest time, when I first played this, I didn't realize that you could go over more, which is key. See here, I use the jump crouch stab for this, because if I actually use the jump stab, I'll shoot or hit over the enemy, and I don't want to. Now here, I think is a Guma. He's throwing maces right now. You gotta see an opening, and then hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. He jumps, hit him, and bingo. It's worth 50, brings us to 150. Another level up. And this will increase our life once again, so our defense will increase once again. This is what I'm going to be doing. And if I was harmed, and if I was injured, I'd be increased in full life. Another key, and then we have statues like this of an iron knuckle. And some of them lead to treasures. Most likely a magic jar, a red magic jar of some sort. So, we'll use a shield, because we did get a level up on our magic. And it did lower us from 32 to 24, so let's actually use it. So, as you see, before when I used it at level 1 magic, it used 2 squares, now it used a square and a half. And hey, there you go. Red magic jars fill your magic to full, so if you want to use any magic beforehand, do so, and then use it, and you will be restored to full. These statues up here sometimes lead to treasures, so you just see random statues on the walls. Sometimes it's best to hit them, because you never know, maybe something will be on them. Now, as I said, the boss is down below. We got a ferry over to the right, but if we need to go back to the elevator that I missed, because I missed it on purpose. This bubble can actually be hit, and if we hit them, we can go through them. Now, bubbles, if they hit you, one will cause not just physical damage, but magical damage also. They will actually take your magic away also, so be aware of that. We can kill bubbles, but they have a ridiculous amount of HP, and they take forever to kill, let's just say. So let's ignore them. I believe there's nothing over here. Nope. And this is the bubble room. Has a bunch of bubbles. Again, hit them, you can go through them. And this applies for pretty much any kind of enemy also. You can, like if you hit stun lock them, you can actually go through them. Like here, I can go through this slime. Kind of. You gotta be bustling through it. And this bridge disappears as you walk on it, but it will only disappear if you walk on it, so just go with it. Just, if you feel like jumping, jump. Simple as that. There's a Guma. Take care of it. And should be dead? Dead. Okay, so some enemies will have a chance of dropping either red magic jars, especially higher level enemies, or pea bags. If the enemy has kind of a high level tier enemy, they will drop pea bags worth 200. and then low-level enemies will drop ones that are 50. So we have increased our experience points to 200, and our attack can go up, so let's go. We got attack level 2, so we can kill things more efficiently now. Cool. But that's not it, we have an Iron Knuckle. And how you're supposed to actually go with an Iron Knuckle is pretty much... They are pretty much like you. So, they will attack lower and higher. So if you see the sword higher, block it high. If you see it low, you can block low. And they also have shields, so you can go back and forth and just keep on hitting them until they're dead. Of course, that is the official way to do it, but there is an unofficial way to do something, which I'll be showing. We go through that door, and we got ourselves a candle. Candle is an item. If you press up your menu screen, candle's right at the bottom of the screen. Look at that glorious candle. Nice and bright and all that. Is for lighting caves. So we can go into caves now. And not go around in the darkness. Alright, we need to head back to the way where the fairy and the boss is. Because we have a boss to take care of. And we just need to keep on going. Sure, why not? Keep on going. Right there. Nope. Keep on going. This room is pretty easy to get back through. We just follow this bubble until here. Keeps on bouncing. And just keep on going. And there you go. Of course, I made it look a lot easier than it actually is, so there's that. And seeing that I'm injured, I'm going to take that fairy that's over here. Because, you know, you leave fairies until you actually need them. And we're going down. Need to go over here, and we'll run into another Iron Knuckle, which I'm going to actually deal with it the good way. And it's to hit it kind of in the face. And that is kind of a glitch-ish type of thing, where if you hit it kind of in the face but jump into it and then stab as you're kind of going down into its face, it will lower its shield and you will be able to hit kind of a different hitbox than it actually is, which will bypass the shield and you will guarantee to hit it most, if not all the time. And that's how you get rid of Iron Knuckles quite easily. Like here with the Stelphos, you can't really do that with the Stelphos because their shield is up always. Get down here. I want to demonstrate. So, here, I actually trying to do it, but their shields are stationary, and I can't hit it. It's only for targets that have shields going up and down. That's basically it. Alright, let's continue on. We have a Guma over here somewhere. Just wait until there's an opening, and then get under there, and then take him out. And then lastly, we have another Iron Knuckle, which... Again, we're just going to hit him in the face a few times. And then, oh, we have another P-bag. Sweet. Okay. So, we're going to be getting our magic up to level 3. So, let's take a look. So, that has... Our shield spell has continued to go down. Has it? No, it hasn't. No, it's still at 24. So... But that indicates that maybe other spells that we get that are going to be good. Anyway, usually is to see curtains in a palace. That means that a boss is near. So let's fight on the first boss of Temple 1, which is Horsehead. Horsehead is a boss that has a mace, and you hit him in the head. And that jump, crouch, stab that I told you about is perfect for this. You kind of just go there, press down, and stab it. as you jump, press down and the stab button or the attack button, and you will count as, because sometimes if you jump and try to hit him in the head, you might swing over him, and doesn't work. And then you'll jump there either into him or he'll attack you with the mace and you'll be flying back. But if you do the jump crouch stab, you usually hit him in the head or around his head all the time. So there you go. Anyway, let's return one of those crystals, which I do have to say is at the bottom of the screen. As you can see, crystals times 6. We have to return those 6 crystals to each of those palaces, to these stones, like this one. Let's do it. Okay. And upon that, your experience points will be maxed out to whatever the nearest level is, which can be abused. So keep that in mind. So if you have a couple levels and you're like, oh, I want really that juicy level of 2000 or something, just keep on ignoring it. Make sure you beat the boss here, and then you have a choice of pretty much everything. But I'm going in order. My next level is a life, so let's go to life level 4. Okay. And then luckily, we don't have to go through the entire palace again. Go out this statue out here, and we are on the map screen. And just to point out that the palace turned into a mountain. And if it turned into a mountain, both you got the treasure and have defeated the boss. If you defeated the boss and not got the treasure, you have a chance to go back into it and get that treasure. Which is imperative because you will not be able to beat the game without most of the treasures you get in palaces. There you go. Alright. Let us go back. As you can see, we have our candle. Everything is bright in the cave. And that's pretty much what it is. So we can see enemies now. So it's just beautiful. Know about crawling through the darkness. We have the light. And again, if you have not got the shield spell, it is in the first town right there of Ra-Ra-Ru. There's the roadblock that guy was talking about. We can't do anything with it right now, so let us continue along the path over here. And then go over to the other town of Ruto, which is over in the mountain areas, to the west. And not the palace, which that one boy was saying. Very different directions. But let's go in here. I already spoiled what this is, but let's go with it. We have the Tune of Ruto, which is the Water Princess in Ocarina of Time. We have the Healing Lady here. We have a bunch of NPCs flashing around because of sprite limitations. Gotta love NES. I believe the Magic Lady is here, but she's currently not here for some reason. But we can go in here, and when we talk to this gentleman, who is very, very important and very famous, I guess, in a lot of Zelda things, we have I Am Error. There you go. Cool. We'll talk to Error a little bit later on. And there is the Magic Lady right there. So, this Magic Lady will actually... So if we use magic, if we talk to her, and we go inside, she'll restore magic. Simple as that. There you go. And this guy is very puffing it in there. Find magic in the cave south of the castle. Okay, we'll check that out here. And a lady came out of the house. Let's see what she has there. Grea of Tenteria stole our trophy. Okay, so we have to find a trophy stolen by Graias. Interesting. And what do you have to say? Use keys in palaces they are found. Well, I would probably think so. But you don't necessarily need to do that, but very, very sound advice to do so. Do not go south without a candle. Okay, definitely sound advice because there is caves to the south. And without a candle, it is very, very, very... a little on the dangerous side, let's just say. Unless you know what you're doing. But first, there was something about a cave to the south of the castle. Well, the only castle we know is the main castle right here. Let's go south. So these moblins here, they don't give experience. They do drop magic jars, but they do not give experience. And I believe they also take away 10 experiences if you get hit, so don't get hit by moblins. And there is a cave. Let's check the cave out. Alright, we got a cave south, so let's go in here. Oh, a couple of, I can't remember what these are called. Life of me, I can't remember. And then we have the classic enemy of Block the Rocks, which we can block the rocks with a shield. Again, they shoot. If they were at level train, make sure you are standing. Sorry, coughing fit. So if you are standing, Octoroks will jump and shoot at level train, so make sure you are standing to block the shot. Anyway, we got this, which is a magic container. Just like our container, but for magic. So I have another unit, or a square, of magic power. So I went from 4 to 5. So there we are. Let's go up in the trees. So these moblins here, they are a little bit more beefier, and they are worth 10 points. The other moblins that are just kind of going from screen to screen with a spear going are worth nothing, and they take away experience also. Ouch. The spiders are called dealers, and they come down right on top of you, or try to do that. But you can fluke them out. We've got a cave up here, so let's go up here. Got ourselves an ache, and not a keys. That's what bats are called in this, or aches, not keys. Let's... Wow, that was... that was... Wow, I thought I was dead there. So yeah. Octoroks. And then we have a Garaya, who shoots the boomerangs. You can block your boomerangs, just make sure you are level with the boomerang that you're blocking, because they do go very in directions. And this looks like a trophy to me, so let us go return it to the lady in Route. Those snake will return the screen. So just watch out, because bats and their blue slimes are like some of the aggravating enemies in this game, so just point out. Alright, let's heal up first with Lady. And our magic is full, so that's good. And then we're going to go back over to, I believe, this house. Let's do it. Yes. That's what you have to say. You saved the trophy! Come see my uncle. So is it your uncle's trophy, or is it your trophy? Alright. Seeing that you have already established that each town has a wise man, the actual person saying that, hey, every town has a wise man, is not here. So, to the basement, we have the old man With this, you can jump very high. I wonder what kind of spell it is. We have jump. Alright, so we go to our menu. We can go back and forth between what spell we have currently equipped. So if I need jump, I go to jump. If I go to shield, I go to shield. And jump is at 32, while 24 is still there. So jump is worth 2, while shield is worth 1.5 squares. Talking about squares, or units, or whatever you want to call the magic in this. I went in here, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Want to point that out. Alright, so let us go to the dreaded south with a candle, because that is definitely a thing that you need to do. And let's go down into the cave. And this cave I would not recommend to do without getting a candle first. Unless you know the game inside and out. And again, enemies have a chance to drop jars and also pea bags. So if it's a lower tier enemy, you'll get a pea bag worth 50, and if it's a higher level enemy, it will drop a pea bag of 200. The Pariah. Again, watch out for the boomerangs. Just keep on them. It's good. If you keep on letting them throw things, it will get overwhelming. Try to be on them, block them, and then get on them as soon as possible. Alright. Now here, you want to maybe inch to get this guy here. Kill this guy because there's a Goriah right behind him. That's what I did when I was starting with this game, because dealing with the bug and the Goriah, a little overwhelming. But if you can inch your way through to get that bug first, and then take on the Goriah, that is the way. Alright, got a couple of aches. Again, try to lure them towards you and not away from you. And then we have a brown ache, which, if we actually bring him down, he is an Ache Man. And that is an official name. He shoots fire, which you cannot block with your shield. So, instead of using my face to block the fire, I should have actually been dodging it. Not good. You can't block fire. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so we can't get up here because, well, this is too high. Luckily, we have a spell for that, which is jump. So, go to your menu, select jump, get out of the menu, press the magic button, and now we can jump high. I wouldn't say it's too high, but it does actually last for the entire screen. Once you get out of the screen, and then go back into the screen, we're back. And we're going to go over this forest right away. Got ourselves a fairy. Again, if you need it, take it. If not, leave it, because fairies do not respawn unless it's a game over. Alright. Now here, we have the swamp, which you will go incredibly slow. I'd suggest getting used to it instead of not getting used to it. And I have the strong battle, which brings us these birds that come down from the sky. Again, don't freak out. Don't get hit by them because they do actually take off experience points, 10 per hit. So do not do that. I want to get hit here just for a moment. Aqua rocks in the actual marsh also. You have ones that move if you go to the left, and then if you go to the right, they're stationary also. Okay, if you go here, this tile here, this will be a life. So I've currently, at the top, on the bottom, there's 2, 0, and 5, and then it looks like a link, a key, and a crystal. So the link indicates that I have 2 lives. So if I actually collect this, which you probably shouldn't unless you absolutely... Because a lot of people leave lives until the end, but I wanted to indicate that I have an extra life. So I have, instead of 2 lives, or 0 counts as there, so I would have technically 4 lives. I have 4 lives instead of 3. But it's a good idea probably to keep those lives until the end, because that's what a lot of people do. So let's go check out the grassy here. We have these bouncing enemies, which again, names are very different that I remember. So we have bouncing blobs and bouncing bugs. Cool. Bouncing everywhere. Go to the path if you don't want to deal with encounters right away. Now we can go to the right a little bit. But let's go down to this bridge. And this bridge, we will encounter... I believe it's called Bango Pango? Or Bongo? No, I think it's Bango Bongo Bongo. Bango. No, it's Bango. Sorry, it's Bango. Or Bago. Not Bongo Bongo. But anyway, let's check out this. This is a predetermined, just like the one before. Got these bouncing... I don't think they're bugs. I always thought they were bugs, but they're probably not bugs. And we got a pea bag. Worth 100. And you only get those 100 ones in predetermined places. So that's what it is. We got a bridge over to the right, but we're not going to do that. I showed off here. Yeah, I showed off the weak attacks here. The weak monsters. The weak encounters. Let's show off a strong encounter in the grass area. Let's go with it. Nope. Nope, yep. Okay, let's just go back. I don't want to deal with... I don't want to deal with any of those. Okay, strong encounter. Here we go. We got 2 Gorias. They will surround you. I recommend going to the right instead of left, because if you go to the left, you will encounter not just the Goria, but one of those bouncing bugs also. And if you want to deal with a bouncing bug with a Goria, go with it. But I do want to get rid of both of them, so. Alright, so let's go to this town. And what is this town? We got the water town of Saria, whatever you want to call it. And we want to talk to this gentleman right away because he gives you a hint of the town right away. Eyes of Ganon are everywhere. Do be careful. And that indicates that any of the common folk, which the ones that don't really say anything meaningful, could turn into bats. So, do be careful. Girl came out of the actual house, and that she lost her mirror. Well, we need to find a mirror. So let's check out a mirror. Let's go in here. There's nothing here, but if we go to the table, Link says something. He's found a mirror underneath the table. Possibly one of the only pieces of dialogue other than just screaming all the time. Cool. So Link does talk after all. There you go. Shows that. So we found a mirror. Let's go back here. Quite easy quest to do. Oh, I found my mirror. Follow me. So let's go. And this is a very, very key thing that you need to do. Because it brings you down to the basement to the wise man of the actual town. And gives you probably the most important spell to do. And that's the magic to restore your life. So we got a life spell. It is 60. It is a big hefty price for that. So if we do that, look at that. That's like 3, almost 4 units or squares of magic. That is a hefty spell. But it does restore 4 units of life. So just want to point that out. So it's like half your life, or most of your life. Type of thing. depending on what it is. Alright, let's continue on. What's going on? In Midoro Swamp, find a handy glove. Don't you mean the power glove? Anyway, so we have a swamp that we find a glove. Sounds like a palace to me. Let's talk to Magic Lady. Restore magic, as I did a demonstration. Let's go in here. We have a blob, and you can't really hit it. But let's talk to it. It's sleeping. Let's talk to it again. Let's talk to it again. Let's talk to it again. Let me be master in woods north of river, or N of north river, which is north of river. Okay, so we have a master of him to the north in the woods north of the river. So we have to check that out when we get there. We have Healing Lady there. Well, let's go over here. That's a bunch of water, which is death water. Death water. Well, let's go in here. Hey, sir. Only town folks may cross this river. Okay, so we need something to cross this river. The only thing we can go on is the blob saying that there is someone, his master, which is probably part of the town eventually, like at one point in time, is in north of the river in the woods. So we have to go out there and look for his master. Let's do that. Alright, let's go back along the path. And seeing that we actually went over here, let's go over here after we... That was very risky. Holy jeez, I shouldn't have jumped. Oh, here we go. So we have reached 500 in our experience level, and we can up our attack to 3, so let's do it. We can kill things more efficiently now. Awesome. Alright. So I believe I can kill these things with one hit now. Yep. There we go. Alright, let's go to this bridge. Seeing that we didn't actually go this bridge. And this is a bubble bridge. With bugs. Street cleaners. Squeegees. If you're like a Splatoon person, they look kind of like squeegees. A little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Now over here we have ourselves a ferry. I don't need it, but there is a ferry there. Here's woods. Not north enough, though. These dealers, or spiders, the blue ones, they will actually hop. So do be aware of that. Sword beams do affect moblins, so can actually go with those. Those brown ones, actually, I haven't talked about strong gear scanners here. So let's go back in here. We have regular dealers, which will just go down, try to go on your head and go back up. We got blue ones, which will come down and actually try to follow you, jumping. And then we have these moblins, which will actually try to get you a little bit by going up attacks and lower attacks, so keep on doing that. Over here, let's go with the strong attacks. Yo, strong attacks here. Okay, so, again, we have birds. Watch out for birds, they do take off. Now these blue ones, they will shoot spears also, so watch out. Again, overwhelming things. Watch out for birds, definitely. And yes, okay. That's one thing I did want to show, is that they do throw spears instead of the brown ones, which will not throw spears. So let's go over to a lot of things. Alright, forest again. So we gotta find the master in the forest while dealing with encounters and also predetermined encounters like this one. These ones are not that bad to deal with, I would say, so come on there. Alright. So you'll encounter ones like this around here, and then you also encounter a cabin in the woods. Ooh. Cabin in the woods. Let's see what the cabin in the woods. There's a dude. Let's talk to the dude. What's going on there? As Begu is my name, show this note to the Riverman. And that is the master that slime was talking about. So, brilliant. Let's go on and actually do this. If we go, actually, one point out is if you actually go down, you will actually go to this predetermined one, which always kind of got me back in the day. So, to avoid this, while you're in here, go over one and go down. And then you will not actually go into a predetermined place. That's pretty good. Alright, so we need to head back to Saria. The water town that's named after a forest sage. Who knows? Gotta watch out for these bangos. Or, yeah, bagos. Bagels. Yeah, let's say bagels. It is Saria, right? It's the water town of Saria, right? It is the water town of Saria. Alright. Let's not talk to the normal town folks, because they will turn into bats. So, do watch out for that. Actually, I do want to show off one thing, though. Because there's two flavor of bats. Gonna have to really, like, annoy some of these people to get them into the bats. And you also have to watch out. Okay, we got the normal bats, which will die in one hit. And then we got we have other bats that will take forever to kill. They're as bad as bubbles. But you can actually kill them. But they take a number of amount of strikes to actually do. Holy jeez. Just want to point that out. So, but they can be killed. Just after a lot. A lot of shots. Alright, let's heal up. Go in here. And let's talk to the Riverman. Yo, what's going on there, Riverman? I have this note. You know, Bego, then I can help you cross. Are you coming with me? Are you coming with me? No? Okay. And then, the actual river is there. If we go into this one, that's how we get back. So there's identical Riverman on the other side. Maybe it's his brother? Maybe? I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, and that is the Riverman thing. This will bring us into the infamous Death Mountain. Oh my goodness. This place is not as bad as everyone says, but if you're dealing with it for the first time, maybe it might be overwhelming to do so. So, I don't know exactly if I'm going to do this now. I might take a break and do so. But I feel if I do something, I might do a break afterwards, so... The good way to do it is always kind of go to the right. And then keep on going to the right. But I'm going to get lost and go to the left. Because it's always good to know, even if you do get lost, how to deal with situations. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So again, we have jumping things. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember what they're called. Zelda names are a thing. Oh, we got ourselves a... And also, I want experience. There's not really too much in these little areas. You can look around. There's not too much. So let's go in here. We got ourselves Octorok. More Octoroks. Moving Octoroks will actually jump, but also shoot. So get prepared to block both high and low. Quite simple so far. Nothing out of the ordinary. So we can go left or right. Let's go left. I mean right. Actually, let's take her. It's over here, first of all. Now we've got ourselves... Ooh, I think I know where I am. where I think I am? Maybe. Oh wow, I am where I thought I was totally going to be. Okay, I know where I am, totally. Let's go to the left instead. Go across the bridge, we got Bango Bangos. They got stuck in the ceiling, so do watch out. So these guys will actually take off experience points if they hit you also, so do watch out. I don't think there's anything here, but we'll check it anyway. Nope. And we have a moblin that shoots spears. You're gonna shoot spears at me? Nope. 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 He's not. Okay, I'm gonna actually use my life. Yeah, do want, again, patience. Especially with Octoroks. Ooh. There's the knockback. Ooh. The dreaded NES knockback. Knock you into the lava. Instant death. There you go. It's over. Got some Octoroks. I believe this will lead nowhere. But, again, let's get lost for a little bit. Good for the experience. Alright, so this leads here, and this leads nowhere. And I have already cleared out this area, which means that it's done. And again, just like a lot of NES games, if you just go over a gap, you can literally walk over a gap in the terrain. This is where I think it is. Yes, I actually think it is. Exactly where. And then here is a Daria. Daria? I think it's called a Daria. As an axe. So it is very fierce. Best way to deal with this is just kind of hit him in the feet. And he will the knockback and just keep on hitting him like this. Don't stand still and do this. Kind of inch your way through and hit him in the feet. Because if you hit him like... If you just stand still and try to hit him, he'll actually get the momentum to hit you. You kind of want to hit him, go forward, and hit him a little bit more. Alright. Going down, I believe that there's a Dario here. Again, I'm hitting him in the feet as I'm going on. Because the knockback will kind of keep you in the line of he'll keep on missing you with the axe. Again, it's about feeling the situation. Alright. Exactly where I want to be. Alright. I'm just goofing around trying to get lost in Death Mountain because I know my way through so much. Alright, another bridge. Try for Bango Bangos. Let's go... Ouch. No Dario. Ah, damn it. Okay. Also, experience points. You get lost, you get more experience points. You just gotta know how to deal with situations. So we're at 700. We have I feel like a Dragon Quest thing where it's like, you have acquired enough experience for the next level. Would you like to level up your magic? Yes, I would. I would like to level up my magic. So our shield is at 16, which means that it is only worth 1 unit, which is 1 square of magic now. Jump is still at 32, and life is still at 60. Beautiful. Alright, so we're here. We're here. And if we go up here, is where we're going. And if we go down here, this is, I think, the same place where we were. If we go down here, there would be a couple of Darios there, or Darius? And we're here. So, again, a lot of things loop on each other. And I'd rather just kind of get lost more. Because it's about dealing with situations, you'll never get lost in Death Mountain whatsoever. You'll see nothing but delicious experience everywhere you go. So, that's pretty much it. Like Octoroks here, you just kind of go right in front of them, boom, hit them. And even if you slice there, there we are. We're right here. Let's go on, and we have looped. We have looped ourselves into a situation that we are in the right-of-ways by getting lost. There you go. Alright, now here is probably the most dangerous enemy of Death Mountain right now. So, before I do that, because we do need to get our jump, let's take care of slimes. And we have a Dario here, but he shoots axes. And also like this here is that if you actually go right up against somewhere, he'll actually stop and just kind of throw axes, and I like how he like keeps on there. As you can see that, he throws axes once at a time, but once in a while, he does throw 2 axes at a time. Can you do it again, please? Ready? Pretty please? There you go. So we can actually do this to our advantage. 1, best to use shield, because 1, it takes half damage. Now, we just have to go timing, get down there, hit him, jump, hit, jump, hit, jump, hit, jump, hit him in the head, jump, hit him, again, crouch stab, hit him in the head, crouch stab, hit him in the head. Simple as that. I made that look a lot easier than it is. But again, that jump, crouch stab works brilliantly on a lot of things that in the game. We have red magic jar up there, so let us grab that. Take this blue one, also this one. Do we have enough for life? No, we do not. So let's do this again, also, and this life up because I do want to have full life. Again, blue slimes, most hated enemy in the game for me. Oh, yes. Alright, down here. We're going here. Again, if you feel very unsafe going into a cave, use shield. Now we have a blue Garaya, which will actually shoot boomerangs a little faster. And again, also... I'm just going to take hits, and here, because that ache, bat, whatever you want to call it, is a bit of a painful sign. And we have a regular Dario here. Again, inch your way here, inch your way here, boom. Simple as that. I am going to heal. Red magic jar means usually a heal, well, not a free heal, but means that I can probably heal. That bat has turned into 2. Alright. Let's go through here. Anything over here? Nope. And nope. Down we go. We have a red slime, or a bot. Bots move incredibly fast, but they don't jump. Again, this Dario just kind of go here, and then hit him again, hit him again. Again, inch your way through there, like boom, 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 boom. You know, hit and move over. Takes a little bit to get used to, but if you get this here, Darios are like nothing, especially normal ones. The ones that throw axes, well, you kind of have to jump. If not, they'll throw axes in your head, and your head can't really block axes. You know. You like to think you can, but no. No, you can't. And again, boom, 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 boom. Hit him in the groin. There you go. Legs, groin, whatever you want to call it. Now, I'm going to go over here until that blue blob goes here, because that will interfere. There we are. I am going to heal. I can't heal. Can I heal now? I can heal now. There it is. And oh my god, we have ourselves a red magic jar! Sweet. Alright, and here we are, down here. And we're in the desert. Let's Strong encounters, pariahs on both sides. It's pretty good for 30 points. So it's a good place to grind if you want to go with like low levels. And I believe that the P bags, if they drop it, are 200. Not bad, not bad. Anyway, I want to point out that this down here, this area, a lot of people think that it is there's the theory that this is actually the original Legend of Zelda map down here. So we got forest area, we got graveyard over there, forest area, I don't know. I don't see it myself, but there's a theory behind it. Anyway, we can go over into this big block, or we can go to another cave over there. But let's go over to... Okay, deal with it. Oh, we have achieved the 800 experience points for the next level in the life. So let's do this. Our life has increased, our defense has increased. So let's go. Okay, we can go over to the right there, but I don't want to go to the right, I want to go to the left here. Thank you. Okay. And we have, would be 2 rocks, and this is Spectacle Rock. Very known in the Zelda mythos of being the last place, or somewhat last place. Like the first game, we went to Spectacle Rock. It's the last, it's level 9. In this one, we have just a cave. Pretty damn hard cave, too. Because we have a Dario that shoots. Again, jump over his thing, hit him in the face. Don't be close to him, but not too close. Again, if you need to back him up, he'll just chase you a little bit. Hit him in the head. Again, crouch stab. Crouch jump stab. Ooh, I think I might have to do that. Again, jump, crouch, stab. As you jump, you press down and also the attack button, and you will go like this instead of this. This is without the stab, this is without the crouch, this is with the crouch. Again, very, very good. Get a couple of those guys. We have a Dario, again, inch your way through, hit his legs, bingo. Okay, we can go down the elevator, but first we're going to go over this way, because there's a few dead ends. We're going to hit dead ends before we go move on. So that's a dead end. Going down here. And going down. We're heading to the left before the right. Dario again, jump over the axe. Jump over the axe. Hit him in the face. Crouch jump stab him. And should be another one. Bingo. Now these are called moves, and you can't really hit them. You can, like, hit them if you precisely hit. Like, there's a you gotta be on the frame of animation. As soon as you hit the ground, you gotta stab. Like, on the very frame you hit the ground. And then you can actually hit them, but other than that, you really can't hit them by just crouching and hitting it. So, we have ourselves a red jar. Can't do that, but we have a blue one. So, booyah, we have full life, full magic. Beautiful. You can also hit moves if we have the sword beams by just shooting through the ground. And they're elevated. You can do that, but other than that. And if we head to the right, we encounter another axe throwing Dario. Again, crouch stab. You might deke you out a little bit by throwing 2 axes, but again, just jump over, crouch, jump stab, boom. Again, still tough. Still tough. I want to say still tough. This move, you just want to, like, leave and he'll jump in the lava most of the time. Don't want to deal with the accidental backlash of falling in the thing. This Dario, you want to kind of just deke a little bit, because if you actually come across him and try to use my methods, he will keep on doing his attack, and you will get hit. Alright, and again, we have another axe-wielding one. Axe-throwing one. Again, jump, crouch, stab, him in the face. And bingo. There you go. And what's this? We got ourselves a hammer. Bust out that hammer. We got ourselves a hammer, so we can take care of roadblocks now. Going over here, and we have to unfortunately go all the way out of the actual cave. But going there, we head ourselves back. We've taken care of a lot of the actual stuff. The only enemies that have returned are the actual ones that naturally respawn, like bats and moos. Other than that, and also aches and Eggmans. So these guys actually return. There's another one up there. And done. And there we are. We're back to the beginning of the outside. And that seems like a roadblock, so let's actually press A to use our hammer. Boom. And let's go into it. We have fall down. We got ourselves a magic container. Oh yes, magic container. So we have from 5 to 6 magic units of magic, squares of magic, whatever you want to call it. So if you destroy a roadblock, it will turn into a desert tile, and it will count as a desert tile. So if I get hit on that without going on it, and actually let's show it off. Let's show what I'm talking about instead of actually being like, let's talk all this. Hey, let's just show it. Alright, so I'm on desert tile. Let's actually get encountered on the desert tile. Enemies, hello? Die waiting on a desert tile here. And it counts as a dirt tile. There you go. So this is actually the weak desert encounter here, which is just a bunch of worms, both sides. Hit their bodies, destroy their heads, and go to the side. Simple as that. And we can go either side. There's 2 on each. And down and over, and watch out for rocks. Of course, also watch for rocks. Now here, definitely want to watch out for Octoroks, because they will definitely give you a knockback. Inch your way, you'll see that Octorok there. You want to kind of wait until he jumps and then jump yourself. Because if not, when he jumps, he'll shoot a rock. So wait until inch your way, jump, and then as you jump, boom, in there. If not, you will get that dreaded NES knockback take effect. So, yeah, just watch it. So we follow the way, going here. I always thought this was a palace, because it's just here. Palace in Death Mountain makes sense, but fortunately not. There is none. Go here. I don't think there's anything here, but let's just check it out. Anything here? Nope. Ouch. Nothing. And bridge time. Okay, so we're on a bridge. Got a moblin. Ooh, got 50. 50 bones. Got another moblin. Blue variety. again, shoot spears, so watch out for the shooting spear moblin one. And now we have bubbles. Might want a shield, just in case. For me, I do life. But we have a Dario that shoots axes. Again, crouch, jump stab him in the face. And then you should have no problem. Again, jump, crouch stab, opposed to just jumping and hitting. Crouch stab. Alright, down here is a life. So from this, you want to go over to where the path goes up, and you want to go down instead. And hit. Alright. And keep on going down until you come here. So again, this is a life. So I will go from 3 to 4 lives. So actually, 0 counts as 1, so I have 5 lives technically right now. Again, wait until the last dungeon or temple palace until they pick up all these lives, because it's better that way. But I'm just showing them where they are along the way. And, well, I've played this game plenty of times. Avoid the graveyard, which I'm going to have to show off anyway, so let's go with that strong encounter. So we have Moas. These are the flying things that are flying around. Try not to go to the side on strong encounters right away. Try to deal with the Moas right away. Moas will actually take off experience points if they hit you, so 10 per hit. Again, there is no time limit, so you don't need to worry about time. It's just, you know, it's aggravating. They're worth 10 and 50 if they drop a tea bag. Come on. Down you go. You come down even further. See? Perfect example. Got hit by them. Come on. These are like... There, okay. So either side we go to, we're going to run into a Dario that has, or Daria. If we inch like very closely to this guy, we can actually hit his face. Hit him. And if we inch like a little bit closer, this is why I wanted to get rid of the Moas, because we can actually inch our way and just kind of inch our way a little bit more. Inch it and hit his legs without actually him hitting us at all. And this is a slow way to do it, but guess what? It works, and you don't have to worry about getting hit at all. Again, inch your way. I'm pressing the button very, very slowly, and there we go. Boom. Alright. And if we go to the other side, this will lead to the end of the screen. But if we do go to the other side, we also have to deal with another Dario. But this time, the elevation is not with us. And we also have to deal with another Moa, which, again, not good. That's why I don't want to go this way. Come on there, Moa. Come on. Down. Down you go. Get down here. Let me heal just in case. Moas are also vulnerable to sword beams, so if you want a sword beam, come on, get down here. There we go, okay. I can actually deal with this guy. Come on. Again, crouch, jump stab, best way to do it. And also, there are 100 point pop, so hey, take them on. We have achieved our 1,000 experience total, and an hour attack will go up. Beautiful. There we go. Alright, weak encounters. is just a bunch of MOAs. So I am not going to hang around because that's just a lot of pain. So yeah, there's graveyards. That's why I avoid them like the plague. Because basically of MOAs. If it was just Darios would be great, but fortunately, MOAs. Do not like MOAs. Alright. In here, we got ourselves the harbor town of Mito. Mito? Mito. Little jerk in Kokira Forest that blocks your way. We got Healing Lady, which I definitely will take advantage of. So I wonder why he gets a town in this one. I have no idea. It's not all the sages. It is, well, most of the sages, including Mito. There's no Impa. Impa's actually a character in this, so there you go. Anyway, let's go in here. What's going on there, dude? Ask Error of Ruto about the palace. Alright. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Calls. Okay, so we have this guy, which is Ask Error of Ruto about the palace. But that is for Palace 3. We're not actually ready to take on that just yet. But I'm here because I want to talk to people and I want to get a few things. The Island Palace is in the south, has a raft. Okay, cool. And now we have a church. And then we have the magic lady right here. Let's actually refill our magic right now. Because, cool. Let's go to jump. Now we can actually jump, but, you know, this doesn't seem we can... there is an actual physical object right here. Now, if we... There's a weird thing in this, where if you kind of run and then jump, you can jump like a block higher than you normally would. Because of here, it looks like I can't get up there just by standing, but if I were to take it, move, and then jump at the same time, it seems like I get a little bit of extra height. And that's what you do to get up here. So let's go in the roof, I guess? To this place that looks like a cellar with a wise man. Let's go with it. But we find ourselves a knight instead. Ooh. And the thing is that he doesn't automatically talk to you when you get in there. So let's talk to him. When you jump, press downwards to stab. And then we have to get out of here by pressing the actual button. And now we have... we press downwards as we jump, we can actually do the down thrust. The famous down thrust, actually. And this is where I got the crouch stab from. Because if you actually press down, you will do down thrust, and then if you actually hit the attack button, you will actually do a crouch jump stab also. So that is very good. And I think also mandatory to beat the actual third palace's boss also. Just want to point that out. Alright, let's get our magic up to full again. And get over here. And there is a lady that came out here. Oh, what's going on here? Please, my daughter is sick. Please help her. Alright, well, we gotta find some sort of magic MacGuffin for that. That's all we can do in Midoro right now. And, well, we have a nifty hammer. We can get rid of this roadblock. Let's do it. And if we go back over this way, we will get into the forest area and the forest where the master was, which we need to get the note to cross the river. But let's go up here. Because we have another roadblock here, and if we go this roadblock, we are back in Wararu at the beginning of the game. So we have conquered the block of roadness, and we have achieved shortcutness, let's just say. A lot of shortcuts. But there's a roadblock over here, so let's deal with this one over here and go in this cave. We have Moose, which we actually can down thrust now. And we can down thrust a lot of things, so save a lot of aggravation. Again, don't just use your down thrust, which that's kind of what I go into when I actually get the down thrust, is just down thrust mode. We can also down thrust our heart container here and just bounce off, which I just absolutely love. But anyway, we got ourselves a heart container. We got 5 units of life to 6 now. Getting that meter more and more long. It's a good meter now. Got a hefty amount of defense points at level 5 life, and also 6 kind of units, I guess. Again, I don't know what to call it. So we are going to now go to Palace 2. And after Palace 2, I'm going to call this stream. But first we're going in this cave with a bunch of guys. Bouncy, bouncy. Remember, your sword beams go through walls. These guys do not like sword beams. We've got a Garaya who doesn't care for your sword beams. But we go over here, we got ourselves, I believe, a P-bag. Yes, P-bag of 200. Beautiful. My memory's not failing me yet. Alright, gotta head back there. We're making our way to the west, or the left. But first, go down here. Got ourselves a red magic jar if needed. Don't need it, but just in case you guys need it. We're trudging through the muck. We can actually got ourselves just down thrust ourselves all the way there. It's beautiful. We're in the strong encounter. Remember, birds. Watch out for birds. Birds. Alright, so if we actually go down here, got ourselves another red magic jar and a fancy, like, altar area. Always found this to be very interesting. But anyway, red magic jar if you need it. So let's tread through the mud again. We're in the Marudo swamp, and I believe someone in Sario mentioned that there is a handy glove in the swamp, which sounds like an item from a temple or palace. So here we are at Marudo Swamp. Again, words, names, terrible. If we actually hit the statue this time, we actually can get a red magic jar. So if you are not full on magic from all the magic jars on the way here, you can go about and go back in there, fill yourself up with both life and magic, and you should be good for the palace right away. Now, we're going to go down. We're not going to stop here. We're going to go down even further. We're not going to stop here. We're even going to go down further. We're going to stop at the bottom first. Because there's a lot of dead ends here. And I want to get to those dead ends because they're most likely keys or some kind of item at the end of those dead ends, for the most part. We got a Gooma, which we can take care of. Got ourselves 2,000 bones. I like that. Again, I'm using the trick of running and jumping, which allows me to give me a little bit extra height. And we got ourselves a key at the end of this. Now, if we were just regular doing that, regular jumping here to here, over to here, I don't know how to point this out, but if I'll show it, but if you jump at the right moment, you can kind of give this extra height and then jump a block higher than you normally would be. And I know kind of like the perfect place to show that. Oh, okay. Bits, bots. I'll give me that. Yeah, we'll do the life one. But giving that extra height, block height and jump wise is a thing. Now these, I can't remember what they're called. They're not called Octoroks. They're called something else. But they act like Octoroks. So again, treat them as if they were Octoroks, basically. So they'll shoot normally, but they'll also jump and shoot. So depending on what kind of rocks they shoot, you know, duck or just stay there. Now these Stelphos, they actually do down stabs, so watch out. Other than that, hit them in the feet, and you're good. So if they jump over you, or try to jump over you, just go under them and attack them when they land. And there's a bubble, which we can actually just down thrust until it dies. But look at the ridiculous amount of hits that I had to actually would have to do if I didn't have the down thrust. I just hold down. And if you wanted to down thrust like that, you would have to stand still and allow the bubble to go into your down thrust. Because if you jumped and tried to down thrust, you'll just bounce off of it. So there's that. And then there's these pillars that drip. The red drips are just if you hit, you can get hit by them, but they will also drop blue ones, which will turn into bots. So just be warned. Alright, more bots, and now we have statues that come alive. They're very much like Medusa heads. It's best to get rid of them if you see them right away by down thrusting them, using the down thrust, or just hit them. Because after a while they just stop coming if you defeat enough of them. There's a key there that I needed to actually get. Now here, very imperative to take your time, because there is bots and there is lava pits. And these things do not know what the hell they're doing most of the time. So, until the coast is clear, until they jump in the pit or go off screen, do not jump. If that went off screen, now you can actually jump. Because if not, there is countless times where I jump and I'm like, nah, the guy's going over. The guy literally jumps the other way as I'm jumping to the thing, hits me into the lava. Aggravating. very aggravating. So take your time on jumping, especially if bots are blue slimes. Alright, just gonna do this, kill that guy quite easily. Now I'm gonna inch my way forward here a little bit until an Iron Knuckle shows up and lure him over here and take care of him over here. Ooh, and we have achieved the next level in the magic. So let's get ourselves level 5 magic. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, let's check out our magic now. We have our shield is still at 16, and just for spoiler purposes, that will not go down any further than 16. Jump is down to 20 now, and our life is actually gone down from 60 to 50 now, so that is pretty good. So it's good. Jump is almost to 1 square, and life is still roughly 3, I think? Around 3. 3 squares of magic. This is why I actually lured this Iron Knuckle over here, because there is a fast bubble, and dealing with an Iron Knuckle with a fast bubble zooming around is just a headache and a half, let's just say. So if you can avoid those headaches, do it. Alright, let's get that life there because a magic jar is here. Red magic. Bubbles are here. Again, you can take care of them like this, or I do it for the points because, you know, why not? It's almost like 3 points. But if not, you can just hit them, go by them because of damage frames. Let's go. There we go. And if you have an attack level of 3 or higher, I think bubbles are kind of worth it again. Alright, we're gonna stop here. Take care of this Octobrock wannabe, I guess. It is actually kind of funny on this side because in the Japanese version of this game, those are actually Octorocks. So I don't know why they changed it for the English one, but hey, they do. Okay, we went to the right, nothing. Going to the left, we got ourselves a locked door. And over here, we're going to just book it. Just book it because we're going to have rain from the sky. We're going to ignore that pea bag just for now. If you can get it, get it. If you can't, don't worry about it. Let's move on. We have a familiar room that looks like here. We have a red Iron Knuckle now. And I'm in a really bad spot. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, can you stop spawning these things, please? Okay, cool. Again, if you want shield, very good. I don't use shield a lot because I play this game so much. Shield is a very imperative thing to go with. So we have another red Iron Knuckle. They're a little bit faster with their dodging and also their swordplay. So again, but they go down just as bad if you use the jump technique. We've got ourselves the handy glove, which is the power glove. It's so bad. Oh yes. Oh yeah, and for Iron Knuckles, I don't use the crouch stab. I use the normal jump stab. I don't use the jump crouch stab because if I do just the jump crouch stab, it screws the hitbox placement that I usually go with, so I don't use it. So the glove actually allows us to break these type of blocks, so we can actually break these type of blocks by hitting them now. Kinda need it for the rest of the dungeon and also beating the game, so it is a must thing. It's a must item to get. We will continue down. We've got a Moa. This one actually rains fire down, so do be careful. Watch your footing. Got a couple Iron Knuckles here. Just lure the Iron Knuckle over here, away from the fire. Wait until the fire disappears, then go. Kinda choose to ignore the Moa. Don't really need it. that is a 200 point bag. We got a couple of Stealthoses here. It's kind of a good idea to kind of lure them over here, then you don't have to worry about these statues firing at me. Because dealing with things firing at you, trying to deal with an enemy is really kind of difficult. I could take care of a lot of these bubbles, but I don't really want to right now. I'm gonna ignore this elevator right now. Ah, yeah. Okay, let's just go here. I don't really care about that. Ouch. Oh, sorry. Bit of a coughing fit there. Again, I'm surprised that I haven't actually coughed more throughout this. But, yeah, we're gonna continue on. Yeah, let's give me the opening that I'm looking for. That's fine. I'll go there. So, Guma, again, just watch out for them jumping on you. Another key. This one doesn't have, this statue does not have a red magic jar. Boo. Very much boos on that. Again, crouch stab these guys, because if you don't, you will go over their heads, and you probably most likely will get hit. Alright, down the elevator. Over here. I believe that there's another Guma over here, with another red slime. Blue slime. Alright. And before we go on, I'm going to heal. That did not heal me, but if we go 2 blocks over, so 1, 2, from the right, and go all the way down, we have ourselves a red magic jar. Will bring us to full. So, just find your way back up, and go over. Now here, boom, 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 boom. Jump stab that one, or down thrust that one, and bounce off onto the bridge, and then jump over. If not, you can just take the death, and then you'll start the beginning of the thing. Alright, cool. Iron Knuckle there. Quite standard. Stealthos there. There's all our keys. Last block door. And... ooh, another 200. Ooh, we are going to get a level up. Oh, are we going to get a level up? Oh, sweet. Before the boss. Beautiful. Got ourselves the 1500 level up for life. And let us get our life up to level 6. And seeing that I actually am injured a little bit, I am at full life. Sweet. There we are. And as you can see, curtains can shield. I recommend shield and maybe jump with this fight. But I'm going to do it pretty much the same way as I did normally. We got ourselves Helmet Head, which is like Horsehead, except he shoots things. Again, shoot his head. Again, crouch, jump, stab him. Another way is just jump, and then, you know, just as soon as his helmet comes off, just jump on his head, down thrust him, if you have down thrust. Simple as that. And there you are. So let's get another crystal into a statue and call it a palace. And get that sweet next level 2 attack power. Level 5 attack power. Sounds like a beautiful thing. We can kill things more efficiently now. Sweet. And then again, just go over here, outside the palace, and I'm gonna call it there actually, because my god, I've been talking for almost 2 hours. So instead of chilling with Zelda 2, I've kind of went on explaining things about this game. I absolutely adore this game. This is my favorite Zelda game. So a lot of like I brought this on because I want to actually. I've seen a few blind playthroughs of this, and a lot of people get frustrated with this game. I just kind of want to, even it out and be like, okay, this is why this is happening, and this is kind of like some things that the game, because it's an early NES game, and they don't tell you jack anything basically. So there's a few things here and there, but anyway. Treat it as a action RPG instead of an actual Zelda game, and take your time. There's no time limit, and it becomes a lot more fun. So anyway, so that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll continue this. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I hope this helped out anyone who was watching. So thanks for watching. Smiley face. So yeah. Or if you stumble upon this later with YouTube, cool. I might do a second one. I might not. If not, you can check my channel. I have tons of Zelda 2 stuff. You can go with my initial beginner's guide on the channel somewhere. I guess I can put it in the description or card if I can do that in live stream later on or whatever. Or you can just go to my channel and just type in Beginner Guide Zelda 2, and you'll probably get that, and that is still a viable guide to this day. And other than that, I'm going to go here because I do need to definitely drink lots of water because my throat is very, very parched, and I was sick for the last week, so... But I want to do at least a stream on Wednesday, which is something that I kind of want to continue on. So in the afternoon or evening of Wednesday, if you see me taking a stream, come by, say hi. How you doing? Be appreciated. Anyway, until next time, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one, whenever that is. So, take care.